Smart automation, better business. Learn how to optimize your business with Solved.
Hello and welcome back to the Solved YouTube channel. My name is Jared Christensen and I'm a certified Salesforce consultant here to help you with implementing Revenue Cloud for your fast-growing team. In this video, we're going to be talking about a specific use case within the constraint engine and the Advanced Configurator. We're going to be showing how you can hide certain values of attributes based on selected values of other attributes. In this video, we're also going to be giving you a big tip on how to use AI and the CML User Guide to augment your work here and be able to write CML code for you, making it a lot easier and quicker to write CML code and get customized and powerful constraint rules. All right, so jumping into Salesforce, I'm going to demo what this looks like. And so let's say we have this use case where we are selling this laptop product. And if I come here to configure the laptop line, you'll see that there are a lot of attributes here. So you can define the storage, the processor, memory, graphics, and then a few things about the display. But let's say that we have 4 different screen sizes, 13 all the way up to 27. And maybe for the 2K display, you only would want them to select 24 and 27. So 1080p, you can see that all 4 are available. If I come here and select 2K, now you can see that it's limited to only show 24 and 27. And so this is what we wanted to demo today and walk you through how you can affect what attribute values show in one attribute depending on any condition really, but in this video we'll be talking about the value of another attribute. So I'm going to cancel out of this and we're going to go into setup and not setup. We're going to come here to the app builder and search constraint models. And if you haven't already set up a constraint model, make sure to go check out our video on that. But it's pretty straightforward. I'm going to jump into this existing constraint model here that I have, and I'm going to come into the currently active constraint model version. All right. And I'm going to go to the laptop product since that's where we want this. And you can see if I'm in the visual builder, I have that rule currently set up and I'll show you what that looks like. And we'll walk through another example. But I wanted to show that here, you'll see that at least currently, now if you're watching this in the future, you may not see this anymore, but currently there are only a few things you can do within the visual builder, and rules like this action rule that will hide the screen size values depending on the display value are not available within the visual builder. So you actually have to write CML code. And so what I'll walk through today is how you can do that. And I'll give you some tips around how the easiest way to do that. So close out of that and we'll switch over to the CML editor. In the CML editor, if I scroll down here to the laptop product, you'll see all the setup of the different attributes with their default values. And then you can see I have a constraint saying that if the screen size is 27 inches, then we need the display to be 4K built-in display. And then here's the text that we want to show. And then right under that, I have a rule, which is what we just showed, which is saying if the display is the 2K built-in display, then we want to hide. We're hiding an attribute. The attribute is screen size. And the values that we want to hide are 13 inch and 15 inch. And so I'm going to take that rule out and we're going to walk through another scenario here. So I'm going to deactivate this in order to be able to edit it. And I'm going to take out that rule like it was never there. And what I wanted to show is that we can write CML ourselves, or nowadays, the best way to do this is just have AI do it. And so wanted to walk through that process and how you can have AI be extremely useful to you while you're setting up your configurator. So I'm going to link this in the task description, but they provide us with this CML user guide. This is a large PDF with a lot of the best practices and examples, guidance on CML. And you can download that here. I'll put this link in the description of this video. And you can upload that to your favorite AI tool. I'm using GPT-5 here. And I'm just going to upload it, and I'm going to paste in the configuration of this laptop product. Paste that in. And then all I'm going to say is basically just give it the business use case in plain language. So let's tell it that we want to hide the Intel processor. So you can see that we have this. I'll go back here to show it. Let's say that our business use case is we want the Intel Core i9 processor to be hidden, not be selectable when, let's say, the memory is 32 gigabytes or 64 gigabytes. So if memory is 32 or 64, we want the Intel Core not to show up. And so it's that easy. I'm not even going to tell it to use an action rule. I'm just going to give it that instruction. Let's see what it says. Okay, so it gave a few things here. It's saying an action rule, which is correct. And again, it's because I uploaded the CML user guide PDF here for it to be able to ground its response. If you don't do that, it may hallucinate and try to make up CML code since it is pretty new. Maybe in the future, we won't need to do that, but for now, we can just load it in so that it can ground its response. And then here in the first one, it just gave a simple hide. And then it also gave a constraint, which is more of a hard guard so that you can't select the Intel Core if the memory is 32 or 64. But let's just go ahead and copy this first one, come back to the constraint builder, and it's that easy. Let's paste it in and hope it works. But it looks good so far. It's got the constraint. It's got the action, which is to hide. It's saying it wants to hide an attribute. It gives the name of the attribute, says it wants to hide a value, and gives the name of that value. Note that this is case sensitive, but since we pasted this in, it was able to see the processor and the other attributes and know exactly what their values are. And so I'll go ahead and save that and activate it. And then we'll come back to this quote, give it a refresh, and let's configure this laptop product to see how it looks. So I'd expect to come in here and still see under the processor Intel because the memory right now is 8 gigabytes and we're only hiding it for 32 and 64. So if I change the memory to 32, then we'll see that now the Intel does not show up. If I change it to 16, it should show up, which it does. And if I change it to 64, it should not show up, which we're seeing there. And there you go. Hopefully this was a helpful intro into not only how to set up certain action rules within the constraint engine, but also how to use AI in the CML user guide to enhance your work and help you out with writing CML code. If this was helpful, please like and subscribe and check out the other videos on the channel about the Advanced Configurator, how to set it up, and other things within Revenue Cloud and Agentforce. Thanks.
Thank you so much for watching. We can't wait to help you automate your business. Please like, comment, or subscribe for more.